everyone, Yvette here with another Ursula look. I know I'm obsessed with the Little Mermaid and Ursula, but I tried to make this one a little bit different. Hopefully you all like it. To start off, I start with a fresh clean face. I already covered my brows, and yes, my skin is really irritated right here. So I take Fascinating by MAC. This is just a white kohl pencil, and I begin outlining my new eyebrow and eyes. And my eyes, I just put it underneath my eyebrows and then to the bottom of my lash line, and then my eyebrows are just over my eyebrows, so more in my forehead area, and then I also line where my lashes are going to be, and then I do the exact same thing on the other side, trying to get it as symmetrical as possible. Next, I take Snazaroo's white cream paint. I activate it with a little bit of water, and then I just paint on my new eyes. I take a flat synthetic brush and I just sweep the product around. Next, I take this green paint from the Halloween store, which absolutely sucks. I've tried all the other colors and all the other colors are pretty good, but I don't know why the green one is pretty sheer, so I don't think I'm gonna buy it again. I'm definitely gonna invest in more of those Snazaroo paints. This green one was $1, and I believe the Snazaroo is around $8 at Michael's, so it's not that expensive. It's definitely worth it, so I'm not using this guy again, and it kind of smells funny. To set the green paint, I put on some green matte eyeshadow from my BH Cosmetics 2nd edition palette, and with a Real Techniques brush, I just kind of brush this all over my skin. So you're not sitting here for 3 hours. I do one eye off camera. Next, I take Junebug loose eyeshadow from Sugar Pill, and I start shading in my new eye area. I take this green inglot shadow and then I just mark out my new eye area to give me a nice crisp line. With an angle brush, I just curve around and then underneath my eyes. Next, I take this black Snazaroo paint, and again off camera, I activate it with water and I start creating my Ronald McDonald-esque eyebrows. And I just kind of do a curvy shape, slowly thickening the line, and then I do short strokes and then trying to do longer strokes. And then I do the same thing with my eyes with a nice thin artist brush. I just start creating a nice rounded dome shape all around the eyes. And then I draw on 3 lines for my lashes. Next, I close my eyes and draw on my pupil. This is a little bit difficult because my eye is pretty wrinkly, so I try to stretch out my face. And then I just draw on a circle, and then I line my top lash line and my bottom lash line, and then I create 2 lines so it looks like bottom lashes. Next, I take a red inglot gel liner and I start creating the crazy eyes she has when she steals Ariel's voice. And I start marking out kind of like parentheses and then just go from one side to the other, trying to make it as symmetrical to the other side. This can be a little bit scary, but I get some white Snazaroo paint, and then with a liner brush, I just clean it up. That way it's a little bit more precise. Next, I take a green eyeshadow from Sugar Pill and I start contouring my face. And I just get a nice flat brush and then I contour from my nose all the way to my hairline, and I slowly start brushing it down and up. And then I do the same thing to my nose. I put lines on the side and then slowly start blending it out. For my chin, I do it on the outsides almost of my lips, and then I just kind of feather it out. Next, I take Burgundy lip pencil from MAC and I line my lips. I outer draw them as much as possible to give me that Ursula pout, and then I fill them in. On top of that, I take Poison Apple from LA Splash, and we do have a 10% coupon code if you want to check that out. It'll be in the down bar. And I just fill this in all over my lips. So while the liquid lipstick dries, I take my black cream Snazaroo paint and I start filling in my nose. I kind of give myself those Ursula evil nostrils that she has. And then I start giving more cartoon aspects to my face. So I draw on my nose. And then my mole. And then on top of the contour, I create these lines to give me more of that cartoon feel. Add a little bit more detail to my chin. And then I just kind of go for it with the brush. I just let the brush do all the work and kind of drag everything. And then once my lips are dry, I outer line my lips to give me more of that cartoony feel. And then I kind of stretch out my lips so I'm smiling a little bit so I can get into all the crevices. I create some lines for my high cheekbones. And then I go back with the cream paint. Ah, looks like I'm naked. Scary. After that, I take Blackberry pencil from NYX, which isn't that pigmented, but it doesn't really matter. They're just kind of to mark out the tentacles. And then I just kind of create like ocean waves, and I do 4 of them across my body. So for this part, there's no right or wrong reason. I just kind of mess with it. And right here, like I want this wave to be a little bit more round, so I start messing with it, and I think I'm singing Beyonce. Once I have my tentacles down, I take this black liquid lipstick from LA Splash and I start filling in the inside of the tentacles. And this is really pigmented, so I just kind of go to town. I go back with Junebug from Sugar Pill and I just start patting this into place. So this is going to be like on the outsides of the tentacles, so like the underneath part. And then I just kind of pounce it into place and then sweep it a little bit. Then I go back to my black Snazaroo paint and then I start filling in the little suction-y, cuppity guys that are underneath the tentacles. And I just create little circles for this, and then I put like little lines inside the circles. This is a little bit difficult to do, so I just kind of do like one C, and then to do the other side of the circle I do like another C. Once I have all the circles down, I start creating more lines to add to that cartoon effect. So I just create a line going down my neck. And then I create another line going straight for my décolletage. I want to elongate my nose a little bit to make it a little bit more cartoony, so I just do one side and then I clean up the chin area and just kind of create another line. And then the last thing, I know this video is super long, I go back to my white cream paint, and then with the back of my brush I just dip into it and I start putting in like the little white dots on my eyes. And then I put a little white line inside my lips, and then that'll look kind of like a highlight. And then I do 2 dots on my top lip. And that's it. Here's my cartoon green Ursula makeup. Hopefully you guys like this video. Stay tuned for more Disney looks. You know I never get tired of them, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I think I'm a propeller.
Give me my money.
Kate Blanchett something.
Ice white glitter.
Icebreaker.
I need to buy ColourPop.
I need a bike helmet. Smoke.
No. Your Grace.
You're crazy.